Hey guys, welcome to KobraCasts. I'll be your host, Dr. Cobra. Got another game for you guys. I don't know anything about either of these players, NiBBler or Lightsout. I just got this one into my email. But only thing I do know is that NiBBler is also the name from a Futurama character. And I hope that this is where he got that name because Futurama is awesome, and so is NiBBler. Anyways, if any of you guys out there have a game that you'd like for me to cast, go ahead and send it to me at KobraCasts@gmail.com and I'll try to get around to it. Also want to give a shout out to Reddit. I posted on there asking for some replays and I got like 15 or 20 within like 3 hours, so that was pretty cool. I love Reddit. I lurk there a lot. Don't post very much, but it's whatever. So I'm going to try to do as much of these as I can, but I've got a lot of them right now, so we'll see how many I can get to. Anyways, this game is on Blistering Sands. You've got NiBBler up here as the blue Terran, and Lightsout down here in this corner as the red Protoss. Lightsout coming in to scout. Looks like a barracks on 13. Maybe about to throw a gateway. There's the gateway. See if we get any awesome probe micro harass. So annoying, attacking that SCV, and like any good player, NiBBler brings another SCV off the mineral line to deal with this probe. We got Lightsout down here, Chrono boosting out his probes. Very interesting stuff so far. Go in, Pylon, Gateway, Assimilator, Pylon, which is super standard. This poor SCV is getting double teamed by these probes. No! Gonna get down here. See, there's nothing fishy going on. And this probe, running around picking on these poor SCVs. He's doing the harass that a lot of people like to do, where you go in, harass, take a couple hits till your shields get down to 0, then run away, regain your shields, and everything is fine and dandy. However, this Marine is going to come out and is going to be able to ward this probe array, so he's probably going to just scoot on back home. Got a second barracks coming up and a tech lab out getting concussive shells, so we should expect to see some marauders. There's one coming out right now. Very soon. Over here, Cybernetics Core just finishing up. Got one zealot out. Saving up 200 minerals for I don't know what. Here comes that first stalker, which is going to be able to deal with his SCV. And out of the second barracks, gonna get a reactor, so we're gonna be pumping out some Marines. Of course, I'd look for an early Marine Marauder push. Yeah, here comes another barracks. So we'll see if the Protoss player is able to deal with this. But he does have this watchtower, so he should be able to know when it's coming. Looks like Protoss player saving up for a fairly early expansion. Not super quick, but getting another zealot out. There goes the Nexus down. Here comes a Pylon, so we can warp units in there. Warp gate is 3/4 of the way done. Couple Marines and Marauders looks like they're gonna start moving out. Protoss is gonna take Lightsout is gonna take both of the watchtowers, so he should be well aware that these guys are coming in. So we'll see what he's able to do against it. These Marauders with concussive shells are so annoying, I've gotta say. So he definitely sees those guys coming out. NiBBler's gonna... Oh! NiBBler misses this probe. He is lucky. Counting his lucky stars. Alright, NiBBler's gonna come, start shooting at the back door. Trying to break down these rocks and get inside the main. Lightsout. He didn't see this. I guess he just assumed that since he didn't see him coming in the front door, they must be going for the back door. Marauder's able to get a couple shots off, slowing down the Zealot, but the Zealot's still going to be able to get away. Let's see what the Protoss player can do to stop this. He might be in a little bit of trouble right now, getting a fast observer out. Warp gate, first warp gate is out, and throwing down 3 more. Getting out a Stalker. These Marauders, they're taking a little long. I guess waiting for reinforcements. Gonna come in here, be able to snipe this pylon easily. This Nexus is in a good bit of trouble, but here comes the reinforcements from the Protoss. Looks like he's trying to get a high ground advantage. Not gonna be able to get it. Just gonna engage in the choke. These Marauders kiting the heck out of these Zealots. Still only able to warp in units one at a time. There goes a Marine. Nexus is still at full health. There's health's going down. Looks like he's going to lose this Nexus. Does have 3 more gateways now, though. NiBBler's still reinforcing with more Marines and Marauders. What Lightsout really needs right now is a sentry so he can force field off of this ramp. Not going to be able to get one out right now, though. Marine and Marauders are doing a ton of damage inside here. But it looks like the Stalker's going to be able to hold it off for now. Marauders poking their heads back up the ramp. Take a couple hits. But they are able to snipe that one Stalker. Down goes another Marauder. And it looks like Protoss is going to be able to handle to hold this off for now. Because it's way faster for him to reinforce, obviously. However, taking out a Stalker there, sniping another one with those Marauders. Warping in 4 more Zealots. And able to push them back one more time. The Zealots are just not fast enough without charge to be able to catch up to these guys. Looks like Stimpack is finished. And using it to get away from these Zealots. There we go. Lightsout was able to push NiBBler all the way out of his base. And we got this observer here. I don't know what he's doing, really. Looks like NiBBler's going to go back to work. Oh, I guess he's watching these backdoor rocks. So NiBBler's going back to work on the backdoor rocks. Lightsout is going to see this. Thinking about moving out against it. This probe thinks he is an army. He is not an army. What are you doing, probe? Anyways, here goes the destructible rocks. Pushing up through the back door. And Lightsout's army is way out of place, but NiBBler's going to pull back to try to deal with it. To make sure he doesn't get countered. Lightsout has been able to build up quite a few Zealots and Stalkers. Good. Whoa. Sorry there. Could really use charge right now. These Zealots just aren't able to do anything, really. Each one of them is getting off maybe 1 or 2 hits before they go down. Focusing down those Marauders. Good idea. Does not have enough Stalkers to deal with that force, though. Here we got more Stalkers reinforcing. And if you look at all this, during this, NiBBler is able to get an expansion and starting a Ghost Academy back here. And those EMPs are just going to be vicious on this Protoss army. So NiBBler's got a pretty good contain going here. Doesn't have enough to push in quite yet. Although he doesn't know that. Here comes an engagement, walking right past each other. Zealot's able to get a couple hits in there. Take out those Marines really quickly. So NiBBler's using Stimpack to run his Marines and Marauders away. Everybody's just going back to their bases. This Immortal is going to do really well against these Marauders, but I wouldn't leave him out front. I don't know, because these Marines only do 6 damage, and the Hardened Shield only works for things that do over 10 damage. So let's see if this Immortal can finally turn the tide in the favor of the Protoss. That Marauder just getting eaten alive by that Immortal. Using the Stimpack to run away. Probably a pretty good idea. Got an engineering bay coming down, combat shields coming down, 2 SCVs, being lazy, not doing anything. And with that Immortal, it looks like the tides have turned a little bit. Now NiBBler's contained, and Lightsout is able to get up his expansion finally. Interesting engagement there. Lightsout might have overextended himself a little bit. Looks like these Marines... not going to be able to hold off this force. More Marines and Marauders coming in to reinforce. Here comes some Zealots, though. That Marauder is going to go down. And these Zealots and Stalkers are going to be able to push up into the main base. Zealots getting a couple good hits off. Able to take out that Marauder. So, really not the greatest trade for Lightsout. I would have brought him down here and taken out some SCVs, done a little economic damage instead of overextending and pushing all the way up into the main. However, coming in with Stalker reinforcements, got a pretty good number of them here. 6, I guess. Does have this proxy pylon out here, able to reinforce much faster. Stalkers going in, taking out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 probes before NiBBler's able to get some bio in there to intercept them. However, he does outnumber him pretty heavily, so all those Stalkers are going to go down. Got 4 Zealots and 2 Stalkers coming in. So I guess they threw down those 2. And finally, we're at a little bit of a standstill. This Ghost Academy's been up a while, but I don't think we haven't seen any ghosts yet. Which Ghosts would be obviously really good against Protoss, because pretty much cuts, you know, most of their army's health in half. Got a Sentry coming out. Guardian Shield is pretty good against Marines, especially. So pretty big forces for each side. Still haven't seen charge on these Zealots, which is something I'd want to see. A little bad micro there, going in with the Stalkers first, getting taken out really quickly by this Bioforce. Zealots, good micro from NiBBler. Zealots aren't quite able to get in there and do much damage. And looks like NiBBler's going to hold this off really easily. However, 6 more units coming in for the Protoss. And the Stimpec has weakened this whole bio army, but not enough to be able to keep them contained for now. We've got Terran Infantry level 1 coming in. And looks like we're pretty much just going to stay with the tier 1 stuff, although here comes a factory. There's the first ghost that I've seen. I don't think I missed any. Although he's queued up there, so we won't see him. Oh, there's one, I guess. Still warping units up here. Although, oh, look at that. Supply counts are pretty much the exact same. However, Lightsout does have way more harvesters. A lot of oversaturation over here and doesn't have any guys on gas. This Zealot, he is the boss. He's just hanging out. So nice high ground advantage here for Lightsout, able to get some free shots off. There's another ghost coming out. 2 ghosts, 4. Oh man, I missed 3 ghosts. So I really like to see some nice EMPs. Lightsout taking another expansion, which he needs to do because he's mined out at his main and oversaturated here. Still a couple minerals up here for NiBBler. The saturation not great at the expansion, but he's been keeping up pretty well. Here's going to be a nice battle. This bio is just one-shotting these Stalkers. Able to take out the whole army, and that's going to be GG from Lightsout. Good game from NiBBler. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.